Hi students, hope everyone is fine and safe. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to my new video, and today's video is about another interesting concept in the subject electrical and electronics engineering. We're going to see equipments in transformer substation. So in this video we're going to see what are the different equipments that is used in a transformer substation. In previous video I have already explained you what is electrical supply system, what are the equipments that is used, what is HVDC system, what are the equipments that is used, and today we are going to see what are the different equipments that is used in transformer substation. We will see what is BusBar, insulators, circuit breakers, power transformers, instrument transformers, all those things you will see, right? So to start with, these are the very common equipments that is mostly used in transformer substations: BusBar, insulator, isolating switches, circuit breaker, power transformer, instrument transformer, current transformer, and potential transformer. First I'll explain what is the need of all these equipments, and then we will see one by one, right? First thing is BusBar. We can also call it as conductors, right? Everyone would have seen this BusBar, right? BusBar is nothing but this aluminum line, right? This aluminum line, the conductor line, right? It can be of aluminum or it can be of copper, right? Mostly we'll use aluminum, right? And we can also call it as conductors, which conducts the generated power supply, right? And this BusBar can be of different types. We will see that, right? And BusBar can also be called as conductors, as I said, and this is nothing but this aluminum line, right? And what is insulator? Everyone would have seen this insulator. You can see this part, this brown part, right? Every transformer we will have this particular brown part. This is called as insulator. What is this working of insulator? This insulator is the one which isolate this particular conductor, that is BusBar, and this particular pole, right? So it avoids the contact of the BusBar with this pole or as well as the ground, any other equipment, right? So insulator is very important, right? So it isolates the conduction line, and also it prevents it from getting contact with the poles, right? And what is isolating switches? This isolating switches you would have not seen, but it is mostly used in substations where, say for example, if one particular area, not the complete system, if any one part of a system, one part of a transmission system has to be undergone some maintenance or some repair work, then that particular part has to be isolated, right? So then we will use this isolating switches for maintenance and repair. It will isolate one particular part of the system, right? And what is circuit breaker? Circuit breaker, it will open or close the circuit, right? And this is normally used, right? It can normally operated both manually and as well as automatically. Normally we'll use it for opening the circuit, but during fault condition, right, whenever there is lightning or something like that, this circuit breaker will turn off the circuit, right, automatically, right? So it prevents, it is used for protection, so it prevents the damage, right? And power transformer, you already know power transformer. In electrical supply system, I've already explained you what is power transformer. In the complete supply system, you will have only one step-up transformer, where the other part, even in primary, secondary, primary distribution, secondary distribution, and also in primary transmission, secondary transmission, with complete system, you will use only one step-up transformer, whereas all other transformers are step-down transformers, right? So that is called as power transformers. And this is very important, instrument transformer. What is instrument transformer? What is the need for it? We know that the power lines in the substations are at high power, right? It is of higher voltages, whereas the instruments or the equipments which we use to measure, right, it will work at the low voltages. So these instruments, when mounted in these power lines, will not be able to work fine, right? So what we will do is, normally we will use instrument transformer, which converts this higher voltage to a lower voltage for these instruments for measuring purpose or for any other devices, right? So that conversion will be taken by this instrument transformer. So when we say instrument transformer, it can be a current transformer or potential transformer. That is, current transformer is nothing but both current and as well as potential transformer. We call it as even voltage transformers. Potential can also be called as voltage transformer, right? So this is also a step down transformer, and this is also a step down transformer. Whereas you have in current transformer, the current, the higher current, that is, say for example, if it is in 1000 ampere, something like that, right, that will be converted to a very low current, right? For example, 100 ampere current can be converted to 5 ampere current. So it steps down the higher current ranges. Similarly, potential transformer, what it will do is it will use a step down voltage transformer. Step down voltage transformer, where higher voltage will be converted to a lower voltages, right? But construction wise, the current transformer and as well as potential transformer are different. That is, in current transformer, the primary you have only fewer turns. You have less number of peak turns, whereas secondary it will have more number of turns. Whereas in potential transformer, the primary will have more number of turns, whereas the secondary will have less number of turns. And apart from this equipments, we also use some miscellaneous equipments like a voltmeter, ammeter, something like that, right? So these are the main equipments used in transformer substations. We will see one by one. So first one, as I said, bus bars. You can see these bus bars, the aluminum lines, right? And this can also be called as generators, and it is normally used to connect different electrical lines. That is, the number of lines that is operating at the same voltage that can be directly connected using this particular bus bar. This will act as a conductor actually, right? And this can be aluminum or copper, but mostly aluminum is preferred. And when it comes to bus arrangements, you can see it can be of single bus arrangement, single bus bar arrangement with sectionalization, or double bus bar arrangements. You can see all these arrangements that is possible in bus bars. And insulators, as I said, this is insulator where it will protect or it will isolate the conductor from this particular poles, right, from getting contact with this particular poles. It will avoid those contacts, right? And also it will isolate, that is, it supports the conductors in such a way that it can separate those lines. And this insulators can be of different types, where it can be pin type, suspension type, and as well as post insulators. And mostly it will be of Proclean material, right? And post insulators is used in bus bars, right? And apart from it, post insulator consists of Proclean body, cast iron cap, and flanged cast iron base. All this are theory, you can just go through it, right? But you have to understand what is the purpose of insulator, right? And isolating switches, as I said, for maintenance and repair work, whenever we want to disconnect a part of system from the main system, then we will use this particular isolating switches. We can call it as isolators or isolating switches, right? So it is used for maintenance purpose. And circuit breakers, as I said, it can open and close the circuit, whereas the circuit breakers, it can be operated manually and also automatically. It is preferred in automatic mode under fault conditions, right? There are different circuit breakers where you can see bulk oil circuit breakers, which is used up to voltage of 66 kilovolt, and if it is more than that, we will use low oil circuit breakers. And you have different types of the circuit breakers like air blast, vacuum, SP6 circuit breakers, etc., right? And power transformers, as I said, power transformer, it can be step up or step down, and in complete electrical supply system you will have only one step up transformer, whereas the other part are step down transformers. And these step down transformers normally will be insulated, installed upon a length of rails like this. This is the normal installation of this power transformers. And in common, three-phase power transformers is used in substations. That's because it has two reasons. One is it can only three-phase load tap changing mechanism is possible, and also the installation is much simpler than the three-phase transformers, right? And this is about the power transformers. And next one is instrument transformers. Whereas in instrument transformers, as I said, mostly it is used for converting the voltages. As I said, the instruments which we use for measuring or the protecting devices cannot be able to work fine with the high voltage lines, right? So in order to work satisfactorily, we use this instrument transformer where it transfers the voltage or currents in the power lines, right, to the values which can be convenient for these instruments. Right, and it can be current transformer or potential transformer, where for current transformer, as I said, both are step down transformers, where you can see the 100 ampere current can be stepped down to 5 ampere, whereas the potential down transformer, where 66 kilowatt can be converted to 110 volt. And the construction I already explained here, the primary will have only few turns, whereas secondary will have more number of turns, whereas in potential transformer you will have more number of turns in primary side and secondary it will have less number of turns, right? And the other instruments, other miscellaneous instruments, we will use metering and indicating instruments, where we will use ammeters, voltmeters, right, and other circuits that is installed in substations, right, and miscellaneous equipments like fuses, carrier current equipment, and substation auxiliaries, right. So all these are very important components that is used in transformer substations, right. So today what we have seen is, we have seen what are the various components that is used in transformer substations, what is BusBar, what is insulators, what is power transformers, all those things. I believe this video will be useful for you. Thank you, my dear students.